In times of great societal distraction, the decline of a civilization is imminent. It is when a society prioritizes trivial pursuits over matters of true importance that it faces its gravest danger. A Harvard study conducted some time ago designated Nigeria as an example of a nation that has failed. And you know what? They were not wrong. Hi guys, you are welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Ifeanyi Chukwani, and today we're going to discuss the rationale behind our failure as a people. As like, why are we failing? What is wrong with Nigeria? What is wrong with Africa as a whole? Just let me take you guys down.
Nigeria, and we refine them and we sell it back to Nigeria. Yeah.
I hope you watched the video I just showed now. Nigerian prayer point. Lord, make Nigeria like Singapore. Singaporeans will be like, Lord, please keep Nigeria precisely as it is. You see that lady that talked about oil that they refine and they sell. To be honest, Singapore don't sell oil, don't refine for us. In fact, they do for others, but not for us. But she used Nigeria as a case study. It was just an example. The truth of the matter is that if the students and patients that go to UK stop going to UK, the UK government could even enter recession. Because as the world is now, nations have planned their country to take advantage of institutional incompetence in other nations. Almost all countries of the world, especially the ones we trade with, are taking advantage of Nigeria. And do you know the reason? Institutional incompetence. They know that everything goes here, and that is the number one problem we're experiencing. Now, I would like to show you guys another video about what in the UAE, United Arab Emirates, are doing with their own oil money. I don't know if our own is.
We are at a wheat farm in Sharjah, which is preparing to welcome its first
Nigeria,
harvest.
we actually
what
think
used to be a desert in Malaya
one man
has
using
transformed
cutlass
into a
and wood
green
farm
oasis
is what we're
within
going to
months.
use to grow our own food.
As you can see, the
I read
farm
somewhere,
is huge.
I
It covers
think,
400
online or where I
hectares,
was
which is about the
researching,
size of
and
500 football pitches.
They do
The first
that
phase of
one
the wheat
restaurant
project
in
was
the US,
launched in
in
November.
Texas precisely, makes more money annually than Ekiti State. Hope you guys know that Ekiti State has more PhD holders than every other state in Nigeria. But one restaurant in Texas makes more money annually than the entire state. In fact, as of 2021, there's a local government in Delta State that made only $600. That is 600,000 in today's money. Can you see how institutional incompetence can actually, as like the rationale behind our poverty or our pain is just in our institution, nowhere else. In 2023, we still store our excess food by sun drying on the road. In 2023, we still have rainfall as our best irrigation system. In 2023, we still believe in harvesting with our hands. When I talk about, institutional incompetence, I'm talking about the fact that we still believe that we can use hoes and cutlass as a form of, as the best tools we can use to provide food for the over 200 million population we have, or the 1.4 billion population we have all over Africa. It's a very big problem. One thing that baffles me is that we still plant during farming season. What is the meaning of that? This is the 21st century. Why the world has moved forward, we are still here. And it still boils down to one thing, the institutional incompetence I'm talking about. Why every other sector, the manufacturing, the tech, the education, the energy, the FX are decrying, talking about the fact that things are bad. Only one institution seems to be declaring profits, which are the banks. And it actually points out to one thing, that our banks are predatory in nature. They take advantage of the bad system and they rip everyone off. I want to, say this. I read from Margaret Atwood's page where she said, corruption is not the core problem. Corruption is not the core problem of Africa. In fact, corruption is actually a symptom of overregulation and government intervention. Every regulation is an opportunity to ask bribe. Every tariff is an opportunity to ask for a bribe. We build a system that will make it very impossible for people to have something that is supposed to be seamless. Therefore, they will have to look for a way to circumvent the system. it still boils down to incompetence, institutional incompetence. I want to quote Remi Adekoya. He said Nigeria had its finest leaders in the 50s. No, despite the fact that they also had their own shortcomings. But nobody's going to take it away from Nigeria that under the Awolowos, Nnamdi Azikiwe, Ahmadu Bello, that Nigeria was better off. Because then, issues are addressed idealistically, as like by ideology, ideas, you know, this is what we have to do, this is how it's going to be. But a time came when this mantra of "na grandma will go chop" entered the discourse. And ever since, things has actually turned down. In fact, I still remember, I think a few months ago, where some of the nominees from the that the governor presented to the Lagos State House of Assembly, the Speaker of Lagos State House of Assembly, Mudashiru Obasa, removed, I think, 3 or 4 or 5 of them. And can you guess the basis on which he did that? He heard that they are technocrats, and he made a statement that, is it not them, the politicians, that made technocrats to have jobs? In other words, it boils down to, "na grandma will go chop." We actually sideline people that have the idea, people that have the technical know-how, the people that know the job, to enthrone people that have nothing up there but just have money. And our institutions welcome them. And it has always been like this, and we wonder why we're suffering from what we're suffering. Aside institutional incompetence, there's a problem I see in the average Nigerian. When you cite a problem like the way I'm talking now, you're going to see a lot of people that will tell you that, let's say I said, Nigeria has a lot of bad roads. You see that if you go to America, there are a lot of bad roads. If you go to China, they don't have light. If you go to the UK, things are expensive. If you go to Canada, you also have bad road and the rest. We have this whataboutism, or we always try to deploy like real deflection from the real matter, just to sound woke or sensible, while saying nonsense or saying nothing actually. We always don't want to be accountable to anything. And I always ask myself, why is it that when you want to trade with an African country, as like when countries want to trade, we have to change our currency using different this thing. Like Togo and Ghana, if they must trade, they have to first convert the money to euro. How does this make sense? Now, when you talk about this, you hear people telling you, it happens somewhere, everywhere else. Where does it happen? The world we're entering now, in fact, we're already there. It's not actually about who blogs the most or who talks the most. It is about those that understand data, the usefulness of data, as that can draw out knowledge from the data that is at hand. We are a poor country. We are a poor continent. Not as a result of the fact that we don't have what it takes to be wealthy, but due to institutional incompetence. So I stop here by saying that due to the fact that we have created this kind of useless bureaucratic processes, politicians will always take advantage of it. And what is wrong, no matter who does it, not even if the person is a saint. So I pen down here, or I stop here, and thank you guys for watching. Kindly like this video and subscribe. Catch you up next week. Bye.